Welcome to Say Yes to Chocolate, the podcast where better is the goal, not perfect.
We're your hosts, Dr. Becky and Sara B, bringing you simple, science-backed wellness with a side of real life and a sprinkle of chocolate love, because balance should taste like joy.
If you're ready to simplify your health and thrive in your 40s, 50s, and beyond, you're in the right place. Let's do this.
Welcome back to Say Yes to Chocolate, the podcast where we help you make wellness simple, sustainable, and a little more fun. I am Sara B.
And I'm Dr. Becky. Today is episode 10. Can you believe it?
So wild.
I know, it's awesome.
Double digits.
But today we're going to be talking about probably one of the most underestimated wellness habits out there, and that is walking or just plain old movement. It's one of the best gifts you can give yourself.
It is. And it's not a punishment. It is a gift.
Yes.
I like that a lot because starting with something simple and that we can incorporate in our day, it's great because wellness can start to feel like a full-time job.
Oh, for sure. There's so much out there. Between supplements, the workouts, the biohacks, the endless fads that you hear from neighbors and friends, advice online, everyone seems to be an expert these days. It's just really easy to get overwhelmed and do nothing. So let's keep it simple.
Yes. I've been there, done that. Bought the green juice.
Me too.
Bought the random stuff. So
researched it all.
Yes. Researched. Yes. Yep.
But here's the truth. I've years and years of experience, and I think that we just always have to keep coming back to common sense and back to simple, because that's where the answers are actually at. Most of the time, the results just simply don't come from all of that fancy stuff. It's the consistency, things that you do day in and day out that start to make real change.
Yeah. And that's also why we believe in keeping things simple, sustainable, and a little bit fun. And it should enjoy just a little bit of chocolate, right? Because no one really wants to eat an entire pound of kale.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about why movement, especially walking, or simple things that you can incorporate through your day, makes such a huge difference.
So you're saying I don't have to sweat buckets or hit 10,000 steps every day for it to count?
No.
Okay.
Although, I mean, those are good goals to have, but no, it doesn't. Any little bit will actually count.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Walking isn't exercise in the traditional sense, or at least I don't consider it exercise. It's movement medicine. That's the way that I like to think about all kind of exercise, is more just movement and the way your body would naturally just react to the environment around it. And it's not a set half hour, 45 minutes that we're committing to exercise every day. I think that's part of the reason people consider exercise such a chore, is because it's another thing. But if we just consider movement as our medicine or our exercise, then it's just something that we do all day long anyways, right?
Right. What you're telling me, or telling our listeners, is that we don't have to be sweating, and then also we don't necessarily have to be every day hitting that 10,000 step mark.
Right. I mean, there's definitely benefits to that, and if you can make it happen and easily incorporate it into your day, great. But otherwise, no. A little bit is better than none.
Sure. What's kind of the science behind why does walking or just moving our bodies functionally, what does that actually do for us?
Sure. Just 10 to 15 minutes of walking, especially after meals, so we can habit stack that. It's a really good way to remember to get it done through your day. It can lower your blood sugar, aids in digestion, balances insulin, which is the hormone that your body secretes in order to absorb blood sugar, blood glucose. And it also stimulates your metabolism or boosts your fat burning mode. Okay. So there's just so much benefit with very little downside. It also supports your joints, your muscles, your ligaments, your tendons, so it helps with flexibility. And then anything that helps with flexibility also helps reduce inflammation, so it can help with a lot of joint pain and stiffness, especially as we get older.
Sure. And what about the lymphatic system? Does it help with that
Yes.
as well?
Yes, your lymphatic system, which is your body's garbage or plumbing system. Walking, because the lymphatic system actually doesn't have its own valves like our blood vessels do to move fluid through them. So the lymphatic system, it's like our lymph nodes and that kind of stuff, actually works through the contractions of the muscles. In order for your body to move fluid, especially from your lower limbs up, in order to be excreted out of the body, we actually have to create that pump on our own, and walking and muscle contraction is one of the best ways of doing that.
And it's honestly one of the easiest ways for me to clear my head. Oftentimes I will take a walk after we have lunch just to freshen my brain and get ready to finish the rest of the day.
I think a walk always puts me in a better mood, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's actually not just in your head. Walking truly does lower stress hormones, primarily cortisol, releases endorphins from the brain, which are your feel-good chemicals, the chemicals also that give you a lot of energy. And it just literally helps your brain reset. So there's a lot of upside to walking, very little downside. Some natural light and some fresh air, if you can get outside, is just an added bonus, and you get that sunlight stimulation as well.
So instead of thinking, oh, I have to exercise today, I'm going to start thinking, I get to take care of myself today. I mean, it's kind of like a little bit of self-care, right?
Give yourself a gift.
Yep.
For sure. Movement doesn't have to be punishment. Exercise doesn't have to be punishment. That is actually a fairly easy mindset trick and shift that works wonders. Yes. And while walking is one of the best ways to move, it's not the only way to move. And there's a lot of other little tips and tricks that you can do to move your body that you can just integrate and weave throughout your day.
And what would that look like? What would that look like in my real life?
Sure, some examples of that.
Some examples.
So just take short movement breaks. If you need to set a little alarm on your phone, or if you wear like a smartwatch, you can set a little alarm every 30 minutes or once an hour. Just get up, and if you're at home doing nothing, get up and just take a trek around your recliner, or walk in and grab a little glass of water to drink. Or if you are at the office, get up and just walk around your desk. Or if you can't leave your desk or you're not somewhere that allows you to move around, just stand up and do 2 or 3 like little air squats. You can also incorporate it through other activities that you do during your day. So you can habit stack, is what we call that. So for me, I have a rebounder in my bathroom. And a rebounder is like just a little mini trampoline. And I bounce on that. Sometimes I jump on it, but I bounce on that when I'm brushing my teeth. I brush my teeth every day. It's something that's already a habit. Or if you don't have that, or you don't want to do that, you can also do like little air squats, or you can do some light stretching while you're brushing your teeth. Same thing when you're doing dishes or rinsing out a glass at the kitchen sink. You can also just stand up during commercial breaks, during your favorite show, and do a couple of little air squats, or do a couple of wall push-ups, or any kind of movement where you can just incorporate it and stack it onto things that you're already doing will work.
Sure. So like my bathroom's too small to have a rebounder in it, but I will do a lot of like heel raises.
Yes.
Actually, while I'm brushing my teeth.
Yeah, just stand up on your tiptoes and drop back down.
Yep, just to kind of get a little bit of that stretch too in the calf and Achilles as well. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think one other thing that I may think that we probably hear a lot about is taking the stairs instead of the elevator anytime that you can, parking at the back of the parking lot, and walking just a little bit more, just to incorporate those everyday activities into a movement plan.
Right. Yeah. And even starting, if you always park up front, could you park 3 spaces farther? But not such a dramatic change, right? Because you could just start with the baby step of just parking a little bit farther away.
Yes. And then one thing that I did want to talk about as well is the whole idea of getting a step count in through the day. I think people can put a lot of pressure on themselves to get that perfect 8,000 steps a day or 10,000 steps a day. And those can be great goals. And if that motivates you and it is something that propels you to hitting those goals, then awesome if it works for you. But if it doesn't, or if you have a really hard time hitting those goals and it starts to work against you, then I'm going to encourage you to just get a baseline of what a normal day looks like for you. Because if you normally get 2,000 to 3,000 steps in a day, jumping all the way to 8,000 or 10,000 steps in a day, it's huge. And a lot of times it's unattainable.
Yes.
That could be a goal for later on down the road, but maybe for the first week, let's just increase that by 10%, or let's just increase that by 1,000 steps if that's more doable to you. So that we just always have to work common sense, and we always have to work just realistically into our day so that it's something that's attainable for us and then also sustainable. Because the other thing is, if you do normally get 2,000 to 3,000 steps or 5,000 steps, and for a short period of time, even if it's 3 or 4 months, you're able to hit 10,000 steps, is it sustainable for you? Because if it's not weaved into a regular routine and your daily activity, chances are when wintertime hits, or if you get thrown off, or something in your life kind of throws you, somebody gets sick for a short period of time, you're going to drop that habit, and it's going to be really hard for you to pick it back up. So we just always want to start with where we're at and add to be a sustainable, realistic habit that fits our daily life.
Yeah, I've totally done that.
Yes.
Where I'll just be like, oh, I'm around like maybe 4,500, which is fine.
Yep.
And then I just slowly increase it from there.
Yes. And a little bit is better than none. And then if you hit 6,000 to 7,000 steps a day, but then you're also adding heel strikes when you're brushing your teeth in the morning, you're doing some air squats while you're doing dishes in your kitchen, and you're doing some wall push-ups, during commercial breaks, all of that adds up. We're not just focused on one metric either.
So really, we're just talking about, we're not really focusing on a perfect workout, right? We're just really talking about what is that movement that we can do to make us human again.
Absolutely. Make us human again, and make us utilize effectively the inborn mechanisms in the human body that keep us healthy. The body is designed for movement. The ultimate absence of movement is what?
it's death.
Right. So
Yeah.
the less you move, the closer you're getting to that reality. And the more you move, the healthier all your body systems are. It improves circulation, digestion, brain health is improved, heart health is improved. Literally every system in the body, your body detoxifies better, you are going to eliminate better. Every part of you, your metabolism is going to speed up. Your body produces hormones better and regulates your metabolism better. Everything is improved by just moving your body. So it's not just one isolated 30 or 45-minute workout. How about if we have movement medicine all day long?
All day long. Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And it's a lot more fun that way too.
It is way more fun.
Yes.
It's not punishment. You just get to incorporate it into what you're already doing every day.
Amen.
Amen.
In conclusion, here is your KISS action step for this episode. And if you're not familiar with what I mean when I say KISS, it is our framework that we use to help you filter through all of the health and wellness noise out there and make informed decisions about your own health. Going forward, it stands for Keep It Simple and Sustainable. We talked all about it in episode 6, so you can go and listen to that episode. We'll also link it in the show notes down below. For your action step for this episode, let's give yourself the gift of one 10 to 15 minute walk that you can incorporate in your day. If you wanted to have like best case scenario, do that 10 to 15 minute walk after a meal. So it could be morning, lunch, or after dinner. Include your family, have a little community in there as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And remember, the goal isn't perfect form. It isn't about 10,000 steps. It's just about getting your body moving again. Well, for me again, or getting started.
Yes.
So that's habit number 2. We're going to walk it out. And that wellness doesn't have to be complicated or costly. It can be simple and sustainable and a little bit of fun.
It should be simple and sustainable. So walk because it feels good, walk because it's great for your body, and walk because you know that it's a gift that you're giving to yourself. That's easy. No effort really required at all.
Yes. And if you want to keep building on these simple habits, we actually created a free PDF download that has 7 simple habits that actually have transformed our lives and that we do. And you can go ahead and get that at drbeckionline.com/easy habits. Do you have any final thoughts, Dr. Becky?
No, just go and do it.
Just go do it.
Yeah. So until next time, say yes to chocolate and simple and sustainable habits. Stay tuned for some behind the scenes bloopers.
Dancing.
It's episode 10, Sarah. Can you believe it?
Episode 10. How wild is that? Okay.
Simple, sustainable, and a little more fun.
More fun, simple, sustainable, and yep.
And I'm Sarah.
And I'm Sara B. Whoop whoop.
Sara B.
Sarah, Chad does not want to call me Sara B. I know. Okay. How is that so hard? That's not.
You want me to say it start?
No, because I'll screw that up too. It's fine. I mean, it's gonna be a struggle now or a struggle later. So
okay.
I'm gonna have water first. Some good water.
It is good. Good water.
Welcome back. We're a disaster. It's okay. We're just starting.
Okay.
If I just do it like this, no one would know I was reading.
Where's Sara B?
Peekaboo. Okay. Let's try this for the 18th time. That meant take.
And
Take. Welcome back. We'll just cut all that out. Okay, ready? Let's wrap this up. Thanks for hanging out with us on Say Yes to Chocolate.
If today's episode gave you a win, something to think about, or even just a smile, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, rate, and share it with a friend.
Want more? Join our email newsletter so you don't miss a beat and come find us on all the social channels at Say Yes to Chocolate Podcast for all the quick hints and tips.
And don't forget, you can always send us your questions or episode ideas. We love hearing from you.
Until next time, keep it simple, stay curious, and always say yes to chocolate.